the three of us are going to walk you through 3 content types that you should be using. So as I mentioned at the start, this is not meant to be an all-inclusive list. I don't think that we'd have enough time for that. But as the three of us were talking through, ideas that we had that we wanted to make sure that we shared, these 3 certainly rose to the top as good ideas. So John, I'm going to turn it to you to walk through website content.
I'm excited to talk to you about website content because for many reasons, one of which is that I feel as though websites in general and the content contained therein can sort of be the unsung hero of any business's marketing program. Use this time, use this period and pivot in our history as a way to do a site refresh. If you haven't touched your site in a while, now is a great time to do that. Don't just consider, but absolutely do something to your site that lets your buying public know that you are up and running and still in business. And also let them know what you're doing differently, if anything, in light of COVID-19. So COVID-19 resource pages are a great idea. You can put it all in one place for people to reference. There's a number of things to post. And really, frankly, consumers now expect this. All of us have been on sites where most of them, the companies that we do business with, have some sort of messaging that lets us all know how to do business with them, how to interact with them, and what they're doing in light of the crisis.
Todd, we're going to have you take us through the next step, which is social media.
I think one thing that is interesting to watch right now is the dramatic increase in social media usage. There's been some stats floating out there about a 50% increase. The other stat that I think is pretty interesting is that actually mobile usage has actually gone down. Well, that's not surprising because many people are not as mobile as they once were. So desktop usage is holding strong. But social media in particular, more and more people are using it today, and they're spending more time on it today looking for updates, local news updates, business updates, personal updates, trying to stay connected. So it's a great way to continue to connect with an audience, a client, a prospect, or personal connections. All of those can impact your business in one way or another. I think what's most relevant today is some of the questions that you would ask yourself about any piece of content can be followed by right now. So for example, is my message appropriate right now? Is my content appropriate, my tone appropriate, my imagery appropriate right now? For example, people with practicing social distancing. So if you're posting on social media, probably not ideal to have pictures of groups of people together. There's nothing wrong with groups of people together. It's just not something that is happening currently, right? So be mindful of those types of things. The other thing to be mindful of is calls to action. At the end of the day, a lot of this is advertising. It is for your business to maintain customer loyalty, maintain connections, even drive business, of course. But be mindful of whatever the calls to action are. Are they realistic and are they achievable?
Okay, so with a few minutes left before we get into questions, I'm going to take us through our last content type, which is video. Video is an incredible way. I think we touched on it last week. It's a great way to connect with your customers face-to-face when, let's face it, you really can't be face-to-face anymore. So you can post how-to videos, product demonstrations, questions and answers. In a way, even what we're doing right now is video promotion, right? Yes, it's a live webinar, but it's a way when we can't be at trade shows or be at local events actually seeing you, that we're able to engage with you and continue to hopefully give you some value as you're running your business.